Hi everyone, Faith here. Wanted to make a little video today and the topic of the day is panic and then calm. Last week I sent out an email newsletter, and the title was Don't Panic, the Effects of Stress on Our Body. Well, now I realize I need to revise that title, and actually my newsletter this week will be a revision and revisiting of that because we're all panicking in different ways at different levels for different reasons. But the fact that this coronavirus is hitting, okay, well, I'm in the US, so is just hitting us now, and that we're at the very beginning of this process, people are starting to get freaked out, and that's understandable. So it is completely reasonable to get upset and to feel panicked. That is absolutely normal right now. So if you're feeling that way, of course you're feeling that way. Like, don't be surprised that you're feeling that way. Take a deep breath. If or when you feel the panic rise, recognize it. It's good that you're recognizing it. Recognize it, bring it down. When the panic rises, recognize it. Take a breath. The biggest thing you can do now, if any of you have mindfulness practices, meditation practices, spiritual practices, awesome, go do those. If any of you rely on exercise or movement to shift your energy, like if you do, if you're a runner, if you work out, if you do qigong or tai chi or like any kind of movement thing, do that. For those of us who do not have those practices well established, then what you can do is simply take a deep breath. Keep it really, really simple, because it is really, really that simple. A big sighing breath does a whole lot of good for your nervous system. Whole lot of good. So take a deep breath. Anytime you feel the panic come up, take a deep breath, bring it down. Also, grounding, sit down, feel your feet. Feel your seat sitting in your chair. Feel your back against the chair. Tune into your physical body as a way of grounding. That works too. Absolutely. But I just want to really, really, really reinforce that if you're feeling panicked, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried, it is completely normal. Please practice a lot of self-compassion with yourself in accepting how you're feeling right now. Because if we try to pretend we're not feeling it, it's not going to make it go away. And then you'll be fighting yourself. And we don't need that. There's enough to deal with right now in the world today than to have us fighting ourselves. So if you're upset, you're upset. Accept it. Of course you're upset. Totally makes sense. If you have trauma history and you're feeling very upset, of course you're feeling very upset. That's completely normal. Practice self-compassion. Of course you're feeling upset. It is a very stressful time. It is a very upsetting time. And any of your past issues and traumas and losses and fears may also be being triggered. And that is completely normal. Take a breath. Just sit a moment. Go slow. Expect everything to take longer. Expect everything to feel harder, because it will right now. Everything is going to feel harder. It's going to feel worse. It's going to feel more difficult, because that's just where we're all at right now. When your nervous system is taxed and stressed, it is harder to do things. Absolutely. It's much more difficult to do things. You will not be as productive. You will not get as much done. And again, accept that, hear that with great self-compassion and practice self-compassion. You can do things, you can get things done, but just don't expect that it's going to go great or go fast or no. Or that you're going to feel good doing it. Like don't put that pressure on yourself. Getting through the day. Right now in this world with what we've got going on, it's just about getting through your day the best you can. Best you can. Take care of yourself the best you can. Manage with the resources you have the best you can. And then be kind to yourself and be kind to others. But it starts with us. It really, really does. If you can't be kind to yourself, you can't offer that to others. It's both. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. You can be kind to others, even if you're not kind to yourself. We all know that because so many of us are kind to others and we're not kind to ourselves. But I really, really, really encourage you to offer some of that kindness to yourself that you give to so many others. Let's do both. Let's do both. Self-compassion builds our capacity. Self-compassion builds our ability to tolerate difficult emotions. Self-compassion builds our ability to tolerate stress. And we all need to build our tolerance for stress right now because there's a whole lot of stress going on. Take a breath. Take a breath. Do the best you can and know that that is okay. That's enough. It's enough. It will be enough. So panic, then calm down. Panic, and then calm down. Let's go through that cycle. We're going to be running through that cycle every day, all day long. And that's okay. I'm here for you. Keep watching, keep listening, and keep practicing. Being present in the present moment. It's challenging, and you can do it. I believe in you.